So, welcome back, Blessed Tribe members. It's the top of the morning where I am. I just wanted to give you guys a shout out, let you guys know I love you. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I'm just going to jump right into the word. And this word was definitely inspired by my life coach, Latoya Okia. Please go and check her out. She's absolutely amazing and getting people fired up and ready to serve in their gift. So, this morning's message is all about like influential women, and I'm a woman, so I'm just identifying with other women, but there are some influential men that I do appreciate, such as Steve Harvey, um, Eric Thomas, and Tyler Perry. All of these type of men, they are kind of like in my department of what I do, and they encourage other people, motivate other people, and their success stories are just so phenomenal and so heartfelt and touching. So, and I think Eric Thomas was a high school dropout who went on to be like the number one motivational speaker in the world. Of course, Steve Harvey talked about how he used to live in his car before he got to where he was following his gift. And then the same thing with Tyler Perry. He talked about how he had to be homeless for a period while still following his gift, and how he was about to go back to working at the factory or somewhere in his local community so he can focus on getting a 401k like his parents asked him to, for some stability. So today's message was just encouraged by just their success stories. But of course, I'm a woman, so I'm going to focus on the women. So shout out to all the influential women out there. Um, it's the message is you are the bag. And Latoya, she talks about this all the time. And I'll be like, Latoya, what are you talking about? Like, how am I the bag? I'm supposed to be chasing the bag, right? But she was like, no, you need to reverse that thing, and you need to start thinking about it in another perspective, where that you are the source. You are the resource. God say what? That he gave everybody a spiritual gift, and we are supposed to serve one another with it, with the strength and energy that God supplies. So that is what my mission is. My mission is to get on today to encourage you that you don't need to continue to chase the bag. Yes, you can use your side incomes to be able to support your day-to-day livings, or to be able to invest into your business or to your gift that you are using. But you are not supposed to be chasing the money. You're supposed to be chasing the gift, and your gift will make room for you and be able to supply all of your needs. God already tells us that he knows all of our needs. We don't need to worry about where we're going to sleep, where we're going to eat, what we're going to wear. All we need to do is make sure that we are serving what we're supposed to be doing. So if you're having a hard time finding what you're supposed to be doing, because it took me a minute to really realize what my gift was, because it was so familiar to me. I had so many people contacting me just saying, what type of advice would you recommend? Now I'm pretty sure people are going to second guess before they call me, because they're like, oh, okay, so she might end up talking about me on her channel. But that's not true. I do tell stories, but I had always been doing this type of work. I've always been the friend who people can say, listen, you give some sound counsel, you give some sound advice. You were raised by your grandparents, you have an old soul. So many people have told me that over years, but it just kind of flew over my head, because it's like, I didn't really think that I could turn that into a lucrative business where that I can sow into other people's lives and that I can make it meaningful. Most of the time I used to just get on Facebook and just, I never been like the venting type of chick, but I've always just been like a sharer, about like what London is doing and, how my life is going. But I just feel like this is a more meaningful way. I started this channel when my mom passed, about a couple months later, because I was just in a deep grief and state, and I was trying to figure out how to get all of that energy that was balled up inside of me, all of those emotions and all of those raw feelings. I needed a safe place to give them. So if this is your first time, this is definitely a safe place. I wanted to create this environment so that other ladies and other people in the community could have somewhere to come to say, listen, I know Coach Jess is going to give me a good word. It's always going to be an inviting environment. I'm welcome there. So if you're feeling welcome, subscribe. Make sure that you come back every day. I'm up here giving motivational, mental health motivation each and every day. And when God was giving me the word about you are the bag, God said, you got everything that you need right now to start serving in your gift. And what made me think about this is I thought about other influential women in the world and in my community and in my family who already found their gift. They may not know that that's their gift because I believe previous generations were not encouraged to just follow your gift. It was encouraged to survive. And for my daughter, I don't want her to be in survival mode. I want her to be in thriving mode. I want her to fulfill the purpose of why God birthed her here. And I want her to know in an early age that it's not just to work and fulfill somebody else's goals and dreams and desires on their job. Her job is to also make sure that she's fulfilling God's mission for her. And then it will be abundant. Once you start clawing and fighting and press and play and what God designed you to come here for, it's going to supply all of your needs that you have in abundance where you have more to share. And I wanted to give you guys some examples, but I know my family would dismiss me quick if I got on here and start talking about Oprah Winfrey, Sarah Jakes, Latoya Okia without talking about my heritage and my ancestors of what gifts were known in my family. So I'm going to start with my own family. So even starting with my grandmother and both of my grandmothers and my mom, they did like the nursing field. Their gift was to care for people, have that empathy for them, have that compassion and that patience. I thought that was going to be my mission also, but I was just like, my heart just wasn't there. That's how you know that that's not your gift, because your heart is not in it. It doesn't bring you any sort of fulfillment. I enjoyed it as a thing to do, to think, caring for other people would be something kind to do, but it didn't give me that, it didn't give me that push. It didn't give me that feeling that you get when you're doing your gift. It didn't give me that. So I did have a lot of nursing in my family, nurses where they care for people. I have cousins that's in that field, the healthcare field. And one of my aunties stood out because she was just she had a lot of different skills, but she is like a phenomenal caregiver, and she's a phenomenal customer service representative. So she provided beautiful customer service. It was like I used to go to her job and just watch how she interact with her customers. She would say, how can I help you? She knew exactly what to do. She was seasoned. She retired in that position. And these are some of the things that just influenced me to be who the person I am today. So just watching somebody provide quality customer service. That's why in my business, customer service is my number one priority. I want to make sure that my customers feel loved, they feel appreciated, and they know that their dollars they're spending with me is definitely sowing up and on good ground and good soil, okay? And I had another auntie who was considered she was in the lawyer sector. So I used to watch her and how she used to do her studies with her clients and her people she represented, and just her knowledge of what to do. That really inspired me. And school teachers. I have one auntie, she was a retired school teacher, and that was one of the things that stuck out to me. I love education. I love reading. I love researching. I love learning new information. So that is the one that stuck with me. So just an educator, a teacher, a sharer, and that's what encouraged me to start the motivation speaking. That encouraged me to start, tapping into my channel and just sharing. So everything I share, even though it's not like textbook, literature or whatever, it's still valuable information that can help improve other people's lives. So when I think about you are the bag, you are the resource. Now I wanted to share some influential people that we know in the world that have been able to dominate their gift and be able to dominate in the industry that they're in. And the scripture that came to me about you are the bag, basically you are supposed to be getting in your gift and serving. It's Romans chapter 5, verse 3 through 5. It says, rejoice when we run into problems and trials, for we know they help us develop endurance. Verse 4, endurance develops strength and character strengthens confident hope of salvation. 5, hope will not lead to disappointment. And when I was reading those scriptures, endurance, because I talk a lot about resiliency. I had talked about earlier in another video about how you're going to have to claw, scratch, box, fight, have some resiliency. You're not going to be able to be timid and follow your gift. You're not going to be able to be timid and follow Jesus. You're not going to be able to, have this passive little, maybe that's going to work, maybe it's not going to work. You're going to have concrete confidence, endurance, strength. You're going to be able to, you need to be able to be resilient. That's why all the many distractions, even before I got on this video today, it was so many distractions that came my way. But I can't let that stop me. I can't say, oh, I got frustrated in that area, so I'm not going to do this area. Oh, that made me, feel sad, so I can't do that. No excuses. So when you're thinking about getting into your own bag, think about your resource as money. And once you start using your gift, the money is going to come. It was a quote by Zig Ziglar where it said that if you give people what they want, then they're going to help you get everything that you need and everything that you want. So when I thought about some influential people, immediately, of course, I thought about Oprah Winfrey. And Oprah Winfrey always talk about her childhood in poverty. And I know that it wasn't easy getting to where she is on today. But some of her gifts or her talents that she tapped into was to be a talk show host. And that lasted for 25 years. And her net worth on today that is on Google. I feel like Google only know a part of your income. So these numbers are definitely lowballed, okay? Because Google don't know all about the side money and other investments that people have. But it say that she's worth $2.5 billion. And when I think about that, I'm like, she's doing something that she enjoys. She's doing something that brings her fulfillment. And all of these ladies, they use their gift to motivate other people. They use their voice to be able to inspire other people. It's not like they're just taking the money and running off. They're giving us something. They're giving us a service. They're giving us a gift. They're giving us a part of them. And another person, Oprah said, make sure that you invest your money in what you believe in. So when she said that, I was just like, exactly. A lot of people get mad about how people spend their money, but it's their money. It's their gift. It's their mission. It's their life purpose. So when you are tapping into your gift, make sure that you have your own. Pray to God about what is your department that you should focus in, because you'll be here, there, everywhere, and you won't have any sort of structure with how you are influencing the world. So when I thought about Oprah, I was just like, that was phenomenal how she just used something as simple as a talk show, and then she advanced to make other investments in her own beliefs, and it actually allowed her to be able to make millions of dollars. So if you're thinking about tapping into your gift, these are reasons why, because your gift will supply all of your needs. You have a unique thing inside of you that you can do. So another person was, of course, Latoya Okia Stapleton, and it said that her net worth was $500,000. But I know that's lowball because like I said, Google don't pick up on everything that you make. And she is a professional life coach. So her and I do the same work. And like I said, people use their gift and they inspire other people. They share with other people what they did or how they were able to tap into it in their journey. And another person was Sarah Jake Roberts. It said that her net worth was $15 million. So she's like a celebrity pastor, and she is the daughter of T.D. Jakes. And what she does is that she has like a lot of women empowerment things going on. She also is an author. A lot of the people that I talk about, they're authors, and they have multiple different roles, but these are the ones that they're most famous for. And Sarah, she also was a person who was like a teenage pregnant. She got pregnant when she was a teenager, and she reversed herself out of all of that hard endurance. She did that endurance work, and now she is a celebrity pastor. And all of these women are near and dear to my heart. So they weren't just randomly picked. These are my inspirational people to say, Jessica, if God did it for them, he could do it for you. And the same thing for you. If you're thinking that it's this information or this wealth of knowledge or advancement in the kingdom is only for these people. It's not true. It's for you too. So this is just to encourage you to look at other influential people who have used their gift, and you begin to try to see in your own subtle, small way or big way how you can start using your gift today, okay? Because what I'm doing right now is using my gift, sharing knowledge, just getting on here, being myself, and having a great time with y'all. So if you're having a great time, subscribe. And another person was Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou, she came into my life when I was a young girl and gave me all of that bubbly confidence and love that I needed at a young age. I had a teacher, Miss London, and I guess it's divine that London's name is London, because this teacher gave me me and my sister, she gave us a hard time. But now as an adult, I see it paid off, because those poets that she rooted in us, like Langston Hughes and Maya Angelou, they are embedded in me. Those words resonate in my spirit and in my soul, and it make me just so happy. So Maya Angelou, she is a poet, an activist, and considered a teacher. So she kind of does the same thing I do, and it motivates other people, and it makes them feel some sort of way when you encounter her work and her talent that God gave her. So as a poet, she is worth $10 million. And it's very important to talk about the money, because this is actual fact that you are the bag. Maya, Oprah, Sarah, Okia, they found out that they were the bag. They didn't need to go nowhere else to get it. It was inside of them. They were the resource. They were the source to their own happiness and to their own abundance in the kingdom. So God is saying the same thing for you. So just like Maya Angelou could use her voice and her poetry skills to develop her empire into $10 million before she passed away, you and I could do the same thing. So this is just an encouragement for both of us. And Rihanna, she's known for her musician skills, but what really blew her out the park was her second baby, which is her Fendi beauty line. So it says Rihanna is worth $1.4 billion. So just her using her original skill, which was music, and then she was able to tap into one of the things that she loved to do. That's what really, the two combined, allowed her to be able to tap into her gift in that way. So I thought that was very phenomenal, how her main thing that she was known for actually supplied the resources so that she can start her Fendi beauty line. So that was just more encouraging. And I watched her modeling thing on Netflix, I believe, and just how she promotes her Fendi line, how it's like her baby, how she just empowered so many other beautiful women of all ethnicities, all sizes, all shapes, all sexualities, and everything. So I really enjoy seeing somebody being able to use their gift and then being able to use their gift to tap into their passions. So that's the same thing Oprah was saying, basically use your gift and then allow your gift to be able to allow you to invest in other things that you believe in. So along this journey, while you're tapping into your source, realizing that you are the bag, make sure that you are staying true to your roots. Even now, God say that if you are a faithful over few, he'll give you many. I still have to remember, why did you get started? You got started because you wanted a positive way and a safe place to allow people to discuss mental health issues, life issues, reversing people out of talking to people crazy, empowerment, encouragement, confidence, all of those things. So when I, have the abundance of resources, and you see how I speak that into life, when I have abundance of resources where I can invest my monies in different areas, I have to remember the core things that are valuable to me. So shout out to Rihanna for her Fendi beauty line. And lastly, I put down Beyonce. So Beyonce is worth $500 million. And of course, she is a musician. She's known for her ability to be able to perform. I've never been to one of her concerts, but everybody say she gives the best concert. She leave everything on the stage. So you won't be disappointed with her using her gift in that way. And she's also entrepreneur. So she have other things that she invests her money and her time and her children. She started other avenues by using her gift. But these are just some ways what people have actually on a larger platform, even in my own family. Those ladies that I talked about who were customer service, excellent customer service people, nurses, school teachers, in the law sector, we make an impact in our local community each and every day doing what we do. But if it's your gift, like, it brings you fulfillment, you can do it with freedom and ease. You don't need a lot of education or training to be able to do it. You just do it. So a lot of people, like we were talking about with Rihanna and Beyonce, they just have a natural gift and they used it and monetized it. Maya Angelou, I don't know a lot of people who made $10 million by writing poetry. So she just kept sewing and sewing and sewing into her gift. Latoya, she had to consistently be on her YouTube. She had to consistently provide the service and promote her own service so that she can be a famous YouTube content creator and life coach. The same thing with Oprah. She had to, continue to stay on her show for 25 years and continue to build and work in her skill of being able to do broadcasting. Sarah Jakes, she just didn't wake up one day and know how to preach just because her daddy is TD Jakes. She had to start sewing into her gift. She talked a lot about how her journey first started off where she wasn't really following Christ because she had a lot of church hurt from having that teenage pregnancy. But she continued to use her gift and was able to monetize off of it. So it's a natural thing. It's like if you find your gift, you start using it, you're going to be monetized for it because God is going to reward you. Your people are going to sow back into you for you being so authentic and sowing into them. So God just wanted me to remind you guys that we all are success stories. We all have our beginning, middle, and our end. And before you get to your end, God has wanted me to encourage you to tell your success stories. Start pressing play on today. All of these women, they are flesh and bones. All of these people, they have the same capability that you have. They have the same everything that you have, except they use in their gift to make it abundant. And you can do the same thing. It's going to take time. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy, but problems are going to come. After scripture, I'll share it with you guys. And you're going to need endurance. And endurance develops strength and character strengthens confidence. So you're going to face some hard times. It's not going to be easy, but just know that as long as you are serving in the kingdom, using your gift, you will be rewarded for that. All of your hard work and all of your dedication that you do in your local community, even on a larger platform, it's not going to go unnoticed. The people that you're serving, they're dependent on you. Even getting up here this morning, I knew somebody was dependent on me. Like I said, I don't care if I look behind my name and see one person or 1 million people. You see how I speak that into existence? I'm still going to come up here and do the same thing because you have to be faithful over the people that God has made you a covenant over. God wants you to be able to sow into people's lives, inspire them. You, like all of these women, I put down that they're all motivational speaking women. They use their success stories and work of life to empower other women to start using their gifts. And that's why I wanted to share that, not just to give them clout or just to say that they are rich and famous, but it's the purpose behind it. They are there because they have a genuine, authentic spiritual gift. God gave you the same spiritual gift. You are supposed to use it to serve one another with the strength and energy that God supplies. So I want to encourage you on today. I know this word, it won't resonate with everybody, but for the people that it's resonating for, if you're on these type of videos, you're not there for no reason. And don't think that your gift have to be a musician or a poet or a motivational speaker or a pastor or a broadcaster. It could be anything. Like I said, customer service, being able to provide excellent customer service, being able to make people feel like, listen, your food, your product may not even be all that, but I'm coming back because of the way you made me feel. like I said, my daddy, he know how to lay bricks in his sleep. People still talk about the bricks he laid when he was a teenager, even up into adulthood. He comes highly recommended. My sister, she does hair. She comes highly recommended because of the way that she make people feel and the way they look when they get out of her chair. They just keep coming back like flies. And like I said, Latoya, motivational speaking. It doesn't have to be being a nurse, being able to have that compassion and empathy and patience to take care of somebody else. Knowing the law back and forward. I got a girlfriend right now. I will call her up and say, listen, I got into a doozy and I don't know what this means. Do I need a lawyer? How do you think we should proceed? And I get legal advice. Things like that. It doesn't have to be singing, dancing, throwing a football, a basketball, soccer ball. It's more to you than just the surface level stuff. So start journaling, get into prayer, continue to watch motivational videos like on today, continue to put yourself in good company. God also wanted me to remind you about types of people that you should be around. And one of the scriptures that came to me about that, I was in the book of Romans. It says, Romans 8:8, it says, those who are still under the control of their sinful nature can never please God. So when I thought about that, it reminded me that God don't know people who are not into their gift and doing what they're supposed to do. God say that, if you're still in your sinful nature, you're still not focused on the kingdom things and following the laws and teachings that God provided for us in the Bible that we're supposed to be following. And I'm not saying that nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. We're all sinners. But if you're continuing to wallow over in that sinful nature and letting it take over you, God said he don't know you. So I want you to get closer to God. Start asking those questions. Stay away from the things that you know are destroying your temple, are destroying your confidence, are destroying your energy to be able to serve with your gift. Anything that is coming against what God birthed you here to do is the enemy. It is a distraction. It is not good for you. You need to get away from it. You need to allow yourself to heal from toxic relationships and toxic people. Don't continue to say you want to go in one direction and then flip it around and you're entertaining foolishness, or you are letting your spirit get dark by hanging around other dark spirits. So I wanted to just encourage y'all today, get into your gift. Stay away from the negativity. The devil is always, the darkness, whatever you want to call it, the enemy, it's always after your mind to keep you distracted and boggled down thinking about all the things there is to worry about, getting upset. All of that is just a distraction. So if you want to focus on getting your millions and billions and having a large influence, not even just in your community, but for the world, continue to know that you are the bag. Continue to focus on your purpose of why you're here. I do appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me this morning. It was a difficult time getting on here, but I'm not going to disappoint you all. I'm going to continue to fight and claw and box, whatever I got to do to get up here, okay? So I want y'all to have an amazing day. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe before you leave. If you have not got you a life coach with me, life coaching session, I do want to encourage you to tap in. I have a website at the bottom of my description. My availability is wide open. So I want to make sure that you know that you're supported, you're loved, you're appreciated, and you are the bag. So go and get in your bag, get in your gift, start empowering other people in your community and serving them. That's what you're here for. You're supposed to serve other people. And Zig Ziglar said that they're going to help you meet your goals if you help them meet their goals. So y'all be encouraged on today. Come right back here tomorrow. I'll be here to make sure I give y'all another mental health and motivation word. God bless.